Access Sacramento presents Home Sports Game of the Week. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.
Welcome aboard. We're here in Elk Grove at Cosumnes Oaks High School for tonight's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Coming up, Cosumnes Oaks hosting St. Francis. An important Delta League confrontation ready to unfold tonight on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Host Cosumnes Oaks taking on the visiting St. Francis Troubadours. An important ball game for both teams, especially St. Francis trying to make up ground and push for a playoff opportunity. Hello again, I'm Will James along with Lauren Goodman. We're happy to have you with us this evening for tonight's contest. And Lauren, I can already feel the drama settling in here, as quiet as it may seem.
There will be no short of excitement tonight, and they will have the live up to the hype for sure.
Well, the impact players on both teams are going to have to come up big and play big tonight in such an important game. For St. Francis, the Troubadours leaders are on the spot, Lauren.
Where there's a combination, Lauren Pank, Melatogus, and Fleming Mullen, she's going to be the one. But keep an eye on her tonight.
Bagatellos, one of the leading three-ball gunners in the area. And the junior, as you mentioned, Fleming Mullins, hot property. For Cosumnes Oaks under head coach Patrick Roth, Hess, McCrae, and Rosette. Rosette's got the best numbers in all areas for this ball club, but they all contribute.
Wolfpack has a combination of veterans that are returning from last year's team, and they are carrying the load for the Wolfpack.
We have a pair of first-year head coaches opposing each other tonight. For St. Francis, Heather Bullock-Brown-Holtz in her first year, and Patrick Roth in his first year coaching the girls after 9 years coaching the boys. On the starting lineup tonight for the Troubadours, there you see their five, and again, we emphasize the three that are highlighted as impact players. Bagatellos, dangerous from the outside, three-point range, and Fleming Mullins, all-around ability. Both clubs at center circle right now. And for Cosumnes Oaks, Hess, Rosette, and McCrae highlighted, but Fox has been on a tear lately, coming off a bit of an injury. We'll see how that impacts tonight's game. First possession will go to the host Wolfpack. Wheel inside, layup pops out, tough luck on the miss by Hess. One and done.
And it looks like we got some clock issues, but they're going to get it back going right now.
We're just underway here from Cosumnes Oaks High School. Happy to have you with us for Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. St. Francis with its first possession of the ball game. Pank sends it on the left side to start the offense. Neither team is shooting particularly well this season. Nice feed inside, and the chippy missed at point blank range there by Gage. Williams feeds the post. McCray misses the bank. They've had 2 good looks inside and 2 misses.
Well, Cosumnes Oaks right now is coming out in the full court man-to-man, picking up, just playing matchup as they pick up a foul right there unnecessarily.
McCray commits the foul. So first foul of the ball game belongs to McCray of Cosumnes Oaks. We've played a minute. Both clubs trying to settle in this very important Delta League ball game. Troubadours at 2 and 4 in league play. Nice inside feed, but a miss at close range. Sloppy outlet from Rosette and mishandled along the sideline for a turnover.
And they're going to have to make sure that they decrease those unforced turnovers.
Still no score in the ball game. Working for position, Fleming Mullins now hands it off, goes to Lee. Pank to Lee. Bagatello has it tapped away, loose ball, stolen away, it's a turnover. 2-on-1, Wolfpack break, layup, down. Nice touch off the glass, Fox with the basket.
And now we see Cosumnes Oaks picking up in this 1-2-2 extended pressure full court.
Another tap away and another turnover. The pressure really paying off, but it's tapped away from behind. Nice D there by Bagatellos. Baseline drive, a shot blocked, out of bounds. Turnover St. Francis.
St. Francis is going to have to take advantage of those possessions, as you see Coach right now telling them to calm down. They're working hard on defense, but they have to convert it to points.
On the right side, Rosette. Nice entry into the post. A bank shot kissed in sweet by McCray.
And McCray may create some problems in the inside with her height advantage.
Pull-up jump shot rattles out, taken by Lee. 1 and done. Driving layup missed, tapped out from behind, out of bounds. Basketball awarded to St. Francis. 4-0, Wolfpack on top. Patrick Roth's ball club, 17 and 5 on the season, undefeated in the Delta at 7 and 0. Tap away, good quick hands by those Wolfpack defenders. There you see Patrick Roth and John DuPont beside him, the former boys head coach at Pleasant Grove. Down! Deep 3-ball gunning. Bagatellos with the tray, and it pulls the Troubadours within 1. Stop and go move, whirling hook, pops out. McCray active on the offensive board, put back missed. She's after it again and misses another follow. Third try, it's down. Relentless. Ray net. McCray.
McCray works really hard for that bucket. She has to convert that sooner, though. I know Coach likes the effort, but make the first or the second one.
Gage inbounds. She's cut off and nearly trapped and stolen again. Here it is, another turnover on the run. Williams, pump fake, layup, good. Time out, St. Francis. Early shock treatment applied by the Wolfpack, and it's the defense that's done it, Lauren.
The Wolfpack came out very aggressive in their press, playing at their pace. Good call good timeout call for Coach on the other side, though, for St. Francis. Right before it gets out of control, reel your troops in, as she's been trying to tell them for probably the first half of this quarter. Just calm down. They haven't been able to settle down. So now she's talking to them again.
Now, these teams went at it just a short time ago on January 4th over at St. Francis, and that was a real squeaker, and it was Cosumnes Oaks with a late rally, as you see there, sparked by Fox and McCray to take the lead and win that ball game. Inbound coming up from Bagatellos. Pressure still applied by the Wolfpack. Bagatellos fires away, not this time. Rebound tapped and grabbed by McCray. Corner jump shot, Rosette, miss, one and done. Rebound pulled by the hard-working Ali Gage. Loose ball out of bounds. Troubadours will hold on to it. Nicole Rivera into the ball game for St. Francis, number 5.
And Will, St. Francis's offense is working as they're running it through, but they're not making good passes to get people effective to score.
Also into the contest, Mackenzie Lee handling the rock out on top. It's 8-3. Shot clock winding down. Long J on the way, a miss. Nice rebounding position again by 3 of the Wolfpack. McCray swept it. Rosette. Ball tapped away and stolen. Credit the good hands. Rivera with the steal. 3:15 to go. First half, or should say first quarter. This ball game starting to loosen up a little bit. Early jitters by both clubs. Bagatellos a drive and a miss. Rebound swooped down by Williams. Poor pass up the floor, ill-advised, well off target. Turnover number 4 for Cosumnes Oaks. 3 of them on St. Francis.
St. Francis has to turn this into points right now. They have to convert. They've been able to collect a few stops, which were unforced turnovers from the Wolfpack, but now they have to convert and get some buckets.
Under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. St. Francis, besides the 3 ball by Bagatellos, nothing else, but there's a drive and a foul.
And that's a good way to start things for the Troubies, as they need to get some offensive buckets right now, and it's always a good way to warm up when you get to the free throw line.
Pair of free throws upcoming. First one clanked home. Mackenzie Lee.
Sometimes you just got to put the basketball on the floor and get to the basket when you cannot seem to score, and that was a good attack to the rim to get to the free throw line.
I believe they called the foul on Fox. McCray was also there. Second free throw also good. So clutch free throwing by Mackenzie Lee gets St. Francis back on the board. On the point, Williams. Hess, jump shot, sweet money. 10-5.
And Will, you'll see all night tonight is going to be about whose team can execute more, and you'll see a lot of good quality shots like we did on the last one because of execution.
Flowers all over Mackenzie Lee. Good defense there. Stock and trade for the Wolfpack. Stolen away. Boy, Rosette just took that right away from Bagatellos. Turnover number 4 on the Troubadours.
And the Pack maybe just got away with a double dribble, but they're right back into it, executing a play, trying to run their offense so they can get the right shot at the right time.
Whistle and a foul against St. Francis. I didn't see it. Oh, I know who it was. Jasmine Lee picked up the foul on a hold on a dead ball. Here's the foul now against St. Francis on Fleming Mullins, a hold under the bucket. So 2 quick fouls there. Williams to inbound. Rosette backs up and kills a jumper. All 5 starters have scored for Cosumnes Oaks. And another turnover, a tap away that time, issued by Kendall Jones off the bench. 25 forced the turnover. So it's Hess and Williams in the backcourt, numbers 4 and 1. Hess, wheel and deal, down. Jasmine Hess.
And right now the starters for the Wolfpack are handling business.
High dribble, pull up jump shot, a miss over and off. Tapped away, grabbed there by Jones after the miss by Fleming Mullins. Hess in the paint, kick out, Rosette jumper is good. Boy, they're just hitting some on-target gunning.
And you talk about preparing and warming up, they haven't missed a shot in a while, and that's probably accredited to a good warm-up.
Pank, a quick shot and a miss, and Rosette seals off the rebound. 30 seconds to go in the first. It's been all Cosumnes Oaks. A 16-5 terror here in the first 8 minutes.
St. Francis can be right back in this, Will, with a defensive stop right now on this possession.
Hess to Williams. 10 on the shot clock. Rosette backs up, jump shot, air ball short. 5 seconds left. Up the floor quick. Corner jumper, a miss. And there is a buzzer ending the first, dominated by the Wolfpack on top 16-5. Well, it has been apparent that defense has been a staple for Patrick Roth's outfit, and this first quarter, Lauren, was no exception.
Well, you can tell.
We referred to the first time around that these teams met each other, but the last time they were on the floor elsewhere, the Holy Court rivalry was renewed this past Saturday, and it was Christian Brothers traveling to St. Francis to re-engage that very heated rivalry. And you can see there that 46-40, Christian Brothers came out on top, and it was because of a fourth quarter rally. As we understand it, a 13-0 blitz erased an 8-point deficit.
And that's a hard one right there to swallow, especially when you're at home in that type of rivalry. Everybody in the city knows what Holy Courts means to these two teams. So you got to bounce back at this point for the Troubies.
And Davis is no easy place to play. Every coach in the area will tell you that. And as we saw there on the graphic that just disappeared, it was Patrick Roth's ball club having to come from behind in Davis to pull out that narrow victory.
And that's accredited to their defense. To hold Davis to 34 in Davis is pretty impressive.
Underway here in the second now. Troubadours trying to get untracked here. Got a whistle. Out of bounds to St. Francis. It must be something to do with the scoreboard, which is inaccurate on the clock. Referee L.J. Guidry monitoring this ball game, accompanied by umpire Victor Horton. And thus far, they've taken good charge, especially with the timing element, both in starting the contest and right here to adjust the clock.
Two vets who know how to handle business, and they work really well together.
Pank down. A drive on Williams and a little height advantage there, and a big bucket.
Timely.
16-7 now. Williams drives it all the way. Reverse layup missed. Up the floor, pushing is Gage. Corner jump shot on the way, falls a foot short. Bagatellos has the follow-up, slapped out of bounds by Hess.
Jasmine Lee kind of looked at that shot like, I can't believe it, but when you're fatigued and you're playing hard, you got to use more legs on those shots.
Gage sends it out on top. Bagatellos has it stolen away, picked clean by Hess. One-on-one, drive it strong, a layup down.
Hess is definitely setting the tone, not only on defense, but carrying them right now with offense.
A veteran and returning starter. Hess has all-around game. One and done on the outside miss. Williams at the foul line, does not shoot, left open. Here's Hess now working against Bagatellos. A poor pass and miscommunication, but a steal by Williams. Gets it right back.
Williams is a really speedy guard, getting that steal easily.
Bad pass by Rosette, well anticipated by Pank. Beautiful job there. 6 turnovers committed by the Pack, 6 by St. Francis. A steal by Jones, wow.
And you see 2 turnovers on the screens, on the on-ball screens by both teams because they're not turning the corner, and then when you don't turn the corner, you don't roll.
Hess is just wearing it out on that mid-range game.
This is her gym, this is her house, and she looks determined in her eyes right now.
Break up and near steal. Troubadours having all kinds of problems handling the Wolfpack pressure. Pank drives and kicks. Jay on the way. Second chance, Pank, another miss. Wolfpack out rebounding St. Francis significantly.
Coach Roth was out of his chair on that last one. Somebody has to go get the ball. Even though there's misses, you still have to grab the basketball.
Williams drive and score. Wow. Sanaya Williams, who played at St. Francis a year ago, has her 4th point. 22-7 largest lead. On the way, Bagatellos misses a 3, 1 and done. Hess boards it. Williams to Hess, way too easy. How about that?
Like the patience and the connection to find her down low.
Tap away by Jones, stolen by Rosette as they took it from Bagatellos. Turnover number 8. Hess, stop and go, layup missed. Nice aggressive rebound. Transition by St. Francis. The bank shot is left short. Follow-up jumper down. On the board, Fleming Mullins with her first hoop. Maybe that'll steady things down. 30-second timeout taken. But what a blitz put on by the Wolfpack.
It's like once they started making buckets, it just poured, and usually that's how it is. When it rains, it pours. The Troubies have to get back into the game, but they have to change their energy right now. They're playing flat, so they're getting flat results. No second chance efforts on their shots, so they have to pick up their energy right now.
Well, these two teams have not faced each other that much. Not much of a series history, but it's a significant one, Lauren.
Well, this is their 3rd meeting, and in the first one, St. Francis took it 70-62 in a playoff overtime nail-biter down at St. Francis. And then the Wolfpack evened the series up a year later, 44-40, and that was this year with the comeback to win down at St. Francis. And this is actually going to be their first meeting at Cosumnes Oaks.
Back to action. We're midway second. Into the post. McRae banks it home. Sweet, uncontested. McRae has her 6th point.
That was ideal right there, and I'll probably touch on it more when they get back on offense.
On the point, Mackenzie Lee. Fleming Mullins with the rock. Back cut, layup, down. Excellent job on the cut Mackenzie Lee with the hoop. She's got 4. Nice assist by Fleming Mullins.
And now highlight right here, you see her stepping in McCray, getting the easy attempt as she misses, but she's working the low block right now, kind of doing some highlight plays.
Flip side of quarter number 2 at the 3:10 mark. Tap away out of bounds to the Troubadours. Patrick Roth and staff up along that Cosumnes Oaks bench looking on. Probably pretty pleased with that 26-11 lead. Jump shot drained. Well, big points there coming up. Rivera with the 3 ball. 26-14. Williams to Hess, turn and fire, a miss. St. Francis rebound, nicely done. Rivera sends it ahead. Corner J, a clunker short, sealed off by Hess.
You're really not seeing a lot of transition right now because each team is executing, getting into that screen and roll because the man is out there.
Miss by Williams. Rosette boards it, but her pass mishandled. It's a turnover. Wheel and deal. Lee has it tapped away and out of bounds to the Troubadours.
Good thought with the pump fakes. Littler defender or a littler player going up against the bigger defender, getting her up in the air. Didn't quite work out to her advantage.
Stacia Henry on the floor for the Wolfpack, number 14, a real speedster. Intercepted nearly by Hess, but controlled. And at the 2:10 mark, late second, Troubadours have to take advantage of every opportunity they have.
And I don't have a problem with the Troubadours executing, but I want them to turn the corner. Good aggressive drive right there, even though it didn't turn out their way.
Allie Gage with the drive and miss. Up the floor now, Sanaya Williams with less than 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Hess sends it inside, 4 pass, tapped away and stolen. Backcourt foul. It's going to go against McCray. 2 on McCray. She'll sit down for a while coming up off that Wolfpack bench.
I love her response to it. Just drop the basketball and walk away with a dead stare. 'Cause that was a good effort. Even though she missed a shot, she tried to get back in it. Unfortunately, got called for foul.
They break the pressure. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Fleming Mullins has her jumper slapped out of there by Rosette. Recovered by Bagadelas, and a traveling call and a turnover on St. Francis. Up off that Troubadours bench, head coach Heather Brown-Holtz looking on, realizing the importance of this Delta League matchup.
She's trying to talk to her post right now because Roth has found a weakness or an advantage to his team in the low post. And she's trying to talk to her teammates about guarding that better because they're getting beat in that area.
Pank drives it hard and draws the foul on the drive. Williams was there. And Sanaya Williams called for the foul. This ball game has been pretty clean so far, just a total of 6 fouls, 4 committed by the Wolfpack as Pank steadies and hits a free throw. It's her 3rd point. Two out of 2 badly needed free throws as the Troubadours pull within 10.
And they're in a good spot. I know it may not seem like it number-wise, but being within 10 in the first half keeps you in a comfortable position to come out in the second half and play better.
Hester Williams on top now. Fox with the ruck. Double dribble and a turnover. I want to remind you that Lauren Goodman will be visiting with the head coaches during the halftime intermission. Interesting to hear those thoughts from coaches Brown Holtz and Roth. Inbound to Fleming Mullins. Across the midcourt stripe, now Pank. 29 seconds left. High dribble, no call by Gage. Jump shot on the way, a miss. Offensive rebound, Bagatello's whirling hook misses. Kept alive and stuck in on the offside board by Fleming Mullins. 8 seconds left. Fox fires away, And we are halfway home. Nice comeback by the Troubadours after really getting blasted early in the second quarter and falling behind 24-7. They've tightened things up considerably. And credit the play of Lauren Pank. And finally a couple of buckets there by Fleming Mullins to chip into the scoring column as they pull within 26-18. So, Lauren Goodman will be chatting briefly with head coach Patrick Roth of the Cosumnes Oaks Wolfpack. His team out in front 26-18 right now, and a good start for the hosts. Let's turn our attention down to floor level. Hi, Lauren.
Thanks, Will. Well, I'm here with Coach Roth. Coach, you guys jumped out to a big lead. How much was that attributed to your defense?
Everything. It was all attributed to our defense. Our offense isn't going very well right now. We're having a hard time. I don't know how many turnovers we have, but we've had quite a few.
Coach, even with the lead right now, what is the conversation or the keys that you want to point out to your team in this halftime break?
Well, that we can play better. You know, we're sure we've got a lead, but this is a very, quality ball club we're playing against, and we're blessed and lucky to be up like we are. But it's a second half, and if we don't clean things up on the offensive end, we're just going to make it harder. They're going to find their way back in, and they started to, as you saw. When we got bad offensively, they kind of started chipping away at the lead.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck at the second half.
Thanks.
Will?
Thank you, Lauren. Well, certainly defense was the big key, enabling Cosumnes Oaks to jump out like they did. And they certainly have to get their offense going, as Coach Roth indicated. Stick around. We're going to come back after this break and continue with more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time, 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Welcome back to Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Lauren Goodman is standing by with a special guest. It would be the vaunted athletic director of Cosumnes Oaks High School. Lauren?
Well, I'm here with George Smith, athletic director at Cosumnes Oaks. And what's going on campus right now, George?
A lot of excitement with the girls program right now. We're undefeated in league, playing well tonight against a good opponent in St. Francis. The girls are currently ranked 7th in the city, so things are going real well with our girls athletic program this year.
Other than basketball, can you talk about some other sports? I know there's winter going on, so what else is going on the campus at Cosumnes Oaks?
Winter sports over here is extremely busy. We have multiple, our boys and girls soccer teams, boys basketball, and then we got obviously boys and girls wrestling going on, so very, very busy. So stadiums packed at night, gyms are packed at night, so a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of good things happening over here at Cosumnes Oaks High School.
Well, you're busy, obviously, with all these sports going on, but how has your school handled this adjustment to this realignment and this new league change of the Delta?
We're doing well. It's been every game now is a battle. There's nobody that if you don't come out with your A game each night, you're going to get beat. So we're really putting our right foot forward, and every time we take the court, the field, the mat, we have to put our best foot forward each night.
Well, you guys are obviously handling it well with basketball right now. Other than winter, how are you guys getting ready for spring? Because they're going to be in conditioning soon.
Yeah, spring starts up in a couple weeks. So, we got Linda Budencourt coming back for softball. So we're going to look very good with our softball program, our baseball program. Track and field, we get about 180 kids out for track and field. Boys golf, boys volleyball. So the main thing is we're getting a lot of kids playing athletics, and that's what it's all about.
Well, sports is looking good over here at Cosumnes Oaks in the hands of George Smith. Will.
Thank you, Lauren. Yes, George always does a marvelous job here in all regards, and certainly that includes our broadcast arrangements when we come out to cover Wolfpack football and basketball. I'm going to send it back to Lauren because she is standing by with our guest coach, Heather Brownhold. Lauren?
Heather, I know it wasn't the start that you guys wanted, but how was the talk with your team at halftime?
We've been here before. We've had slow starts. We've had rough quarters. We've been through all sorts of adversity, so we're prepared. Girls know, and they fought back. I'm really proud of them. Closed it to 8. That's okay. They're a good team. They haven't had a lot of losses, so they're going to come out with that kind of fire and intensity, and we played a little catch-up. I think we can close the gap, play hard. The girls want to.
Now, Coach, you touched about it on that end of that second quarter. You guys started making a run. How do you guys capitalize on those moments that you had, or what did you see from your team at that end of that quarter?
It's just next girl up. These girls know that collectively we can win games, so everybody has an opportunity to play. When they play, they have to produce. So I think the girls are looking for those opportunities. They did a really good job. I'm proud of them.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Will.
Thank you, Lauren. Optimism abounding from Coach Brown-Holtz. She's got confidence in her ball club and knows that their performance in the first half was far from their peak efficiency, so she's looking for bigger things in that second half of play. And certainly Coach Roth, when we heard him being interviewed, he is concentrating on generating more offense out of his ball club because the defense carried the load in the first half. (26-18) the count right now. The largest lead of that first half was 24-7 after a flurry of baskets, mainly generated as the result of turnovers from tough defense on the press by Cosumnes Oaks. And we're going to go ahead and redirect our attention back to Lauren Goodman because she is standing by with one of our favorite people, the Assistant Athletic Director and Sports Information Director at St. Francis, Steve Schaff. Lauren?
Steve, thank you for giving me some time. How has it been the change? I think it's probably been 16 years, and you guys had the same coach, and now we have a new coach this year. What's been new down at St. Francis?
Well, Coach Heather Brown-Holtz has taken over our basketball program this year. She comes from a Sacramento family, a coaching family. Her father was a coach at Sacramento State, and her brothers all played football, and her sons are been very productive football players at Jesuit. Two of them playing in college. One is a senior this year. It's just a sports family, and she was our assistant last year under Coach Pitton. She's doing a great job, doing a great job with our girls, and the results haven't been there so far right now, but we're looking at having a lot of close games, and it's been a fun season so far.
Coach, Steve, how natural was that decision to go with Heather? I know she was your freshman coach before. I know Coach Pitton has some influence on that. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, Heather's been in our program, and she knows she's a great basketball coach. She's a basketball player herself in high school, and she's a great role model for our young ladies in our program.
Now, I know a lot of young coaches out there, they kind of get nervous and caught up in the wins, but how do you just keep her focused as well as the girls in the program?
Well, it's about the process, and it's about what they're teaching the players every day, and trying to get better throughout the season. I think we see that, and we keep having really great games, and we're going to keep fighting here tonight and see how we do tonight.
Thank you so much for your time. Will.
Thank you, Lauren. Steve Schaff, one of the ultimate sports information directors when he's not assisting as AD at St. Francis High School, one of our favorites for sure. And we are just about ready to engage third quarter action here in this Delta League matchup of great importance, particularly to St. Francis. They desperately need a victory to get back into the playoff hunt. And we'll see how these teams come out to open third quarter action. The Wolfpack will have first possession to open the third, on top by 8 here, 26-18. Feed the post, a poor pass overthrown by Fox. Immediate turnover. Pank hustles into the front court. Fleming Mullins bounce it to Pank. Bagatellos cross courts it, and a dribble off the foot. Unfortunate there. Jasmine Lee turns it over. Both clubs a turnover on their first possession of the half.
Yeah, 2 unforced turnovers at that. They got to clean it up, especially right after a halftime break.
This is Hess. She led all scorers with 10 in the first half. In that first half, Cosumnes Oaks went the entire duration with no free throws. They had 13 two-point baskets for their 26. On the other side, 4 for 4 at the line for St. Francis. Rosette, not much movement out of that Wolfpack offense. Hess fires away, all glass. Shot clock violation. I'm calling that another turnover. And Coach Roth, Lauren talked about the turnovers, and that is turnover number 10.
And so you know he's not happy. 2 possessions in a row, they came out, couldn't execute, couldn't be themselves, and they got to get better movement on the offensive end.
Deep J on the way, a miss, and a foul on the follow-up. Fleming Mullins active on the offensive glass. Rosette called for the foul, and that's going to be her first. Free throw wobbles home.
And this is what the Troubies have to do. I put this as one of their keys, win the free throw battle. They are a tremendously good free throw shooting team. They always have been, and so when they have these moments that they can use the free throw line to their advantage, they need to take it.
Rosette shakes loose but misses the point blank chippy. 26-20. Fleming Mullins loses the rock out of bounds. Turnover St. Francis. The Troubadours have committed 12.
And that was another unforced, if you ask me, and that's why Coach is kind of giving that look like, hey, ladies, we got to clean it up because that was an easy layup and can get them back in this game by 4.
26-20. Things tightening up here. McRae has a shot deflected out of bounds. And it looks as though Fleming Mullins has awakened.
And it looks like the Wolfpack has kind of been deflated. They can't get comfortable because they have a lead right now, because this 6-point lead is not safe.
Bank shot is a clunker, missed by McRae after the feed from Hess. Stop on a dime and miss. She follows up and rebounds, but a poor pass thrown away, and this has been turnover city.
And all of them are unforced, so they're self-inflicted injuries. As you see Coach on the sideline snapping, because we have to be able to clean it up on both sides. They're not playing a clean game right now, and they have to do that better.
Fox to Hess, turn and face and double dribble turnover.
Another unforced turnover.
11 turnovers for Cosumnes Oaks, 13 for St. Francis. We're still early here in the third quarter. Gage to Pank, swing it around. Open J missed by Bagatellos, but she rebounds. They reload, miss again, and McRae fights for the rebound.
Troubies, I like their second effort right now. They're trying to go after it because they want to get back in this game. I need to see the Wolfpack pick it up, and Hess right now maybe get a bucket.
Good defense there to disturb that shot. Fleming Mullins on D. Gage has an opening, blocked beautifully by Fox, out of bounds to the Troubadours. Substitution.
That was good help side defense by Fox. Way to be in the right area at the right time. It's really tricky when you're playing man-to-man. Sometimes you're guarding your man and you're not 2 passes away like you should be, but she was in the right place at the right time.
Just a 30-second timeout here, called by Patrick Roth. Well, you talked about some of the keys in tonight's ball game, Lauren, and so far, as they always do, they are playing out conspicuously. Goody's game at a glance. Let's have it.
Well, Coach talked about it already for St. Francis, helping your team play together and make easy buckets. As they move the ball and execute, they're right on time to get whoever's available for the right shot. And then they need to win the free throw battle, which you're doing right now. And then the CO Wolfpack has to protect home court. They can't lose tonight and continue to apply that extended pressure.
Better ball movement on the perimeter. And another tap away, stolen away. And Fox is knocked down in a collision there with hard-working Nicole Rivera.
That was an easy foul, but I like the hustle. I like the effort. Just because you foul doesn't mean it's bad. There's good fouls and then there's bad fouls. And you see Coach Roth looking over. It's the effort right now that he's worried about from his team.
Hess, this is Rosette. Williams dribbles off her foot, but McRae runs it down. Shaky ball handling. She turns, drives, scoops, and misses. And Fox right there to have another try at it. A long miss by Hess.
And Cosumnes Oaks has to get back to their offense in that first half, moving the ball and finding the open man and executing, making shots.
Left wide open. A 3-ball drained by Bagatellos, her second of the game. And it tightens this thing up now, 26-23.
Now that's the person you don't want to see get going. Bagatellos can knock down threes at will.
Badgered there by Fleming Mullins, takes it strong and misses the layup. Gage rebounds and sends it ahead. Bagatellos to Mullins, a miss. Hess the rebound. Fox through traffic, fouled on the drive.
And that was a fatigue foul. You can see the Troubadours kind of grabbing their waist right now as coach is looking on.
Gage called for the foul. And they'll send Fox to the stripe. She drops number 1. And the Wolfpack Wolfpack finally on the board here in the third quarter after getting blanked for 4.5 minutes.
And Fox is the one that needed to kind of get back in rhythm. She kind of had a quiet second quarter. So this is a good bucket for her.
1 out of 2, tapped by Rosette, and it stays alive for the Wolfpack. Feed the post. McCray banks it home.
McCray with that power dribble, creating space and getting that easy bucket.
They break the press. Poor pass out of bounds from backup center Maya Kurali. Well, Rosette has been active all season, and that includes tonight. For Cosumnes Oaks, up the floor cautiously now. Williams to Rosette. Short J, missed flat. Attempted save off the backboard. Fortunate for St. Francis.
Yeah, they almost got scared there. Never save it under the other team's basket, but that worked out for the Troubadours right there.
Pank. The runner missed. McCray rebounds. The miss taken there by Lee, who's called for the foul.
Lee needs to find a way to create and get to the basket. I like the floater, but I would prefer to get her an opportunity to get to the rim with ease. She has the speed and the ability, and that would definitely give an advantage to the Troubies because nobody's expecting it right now.
Substitution, St. Francis. Bagatello's out. Coming on for her first appearance, Jory Kaitkes, number 23. Williams picks up her dribble and nearly gets caught. This is Fox to Hess. Up and under, travel and a turnover.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I think she confused herself when she went to the power jump stop and forgot which one was her pivot.
So Bagatello's back in, 3 substitutions for St. Francis. 2:25, clock rolling, third period slipping away here from Cosumnes Oaks. Corner jumper, Bagatello's, a miss, offside board cleaned up nicely by Rosette. Good position.
And I think this is the first time in a long time where I've seen the Troubies play man-to-man the whole game.
Turnover, Wolfpack. Gage fouled on the drive by McCray.
That was an easy foul call, but the advantage went to the Wolfpack because that wasn't a shooting foul.
Here's another look at the transition from the end line. Nice shot, Muhammad. And there's the foul.
And the reach happened right before the shot going up.
Corner J, down! Buried by Pank.
And there's the Troubies doing what they do best. Finding the open girl, knocking down the 3 right on time.
Another 3-point game after that 3 ball, 29-26. St. Francis creeping up. Minute 40 to go, late third. Williams to Hess.
You're gonna probably see an ISO right now for Hess.
3 on the shot clock. Down. ISO for Hess. She's in for 12. Minute 15 to go in the third. Here's Pank. Foul line jumper, a miss. Nice rebounding position. Yanked by Hess. Send it ahead to Fox. Drive it strong. Missed on the layup. Rebound yanked away. Fleming, Mullins, Pank. Steady up and fire from 3. Air ball long. And Rosette has it stolen away by Gage.
Good hustle.
Bagatello, snare ball 3. Here's a save, but Fox nearly picks it. 35 seconds left, third quarter.
That was a good root group call from coach. Settle your team down and get an offense. An easy layup pays off.
Fleming Mullins with the hoop. 31-28, 15 seconds to go here in the third. Yes, working it down. Backs up to the foul line. 4 seconds. Poor pass out of bounds on the deflection by Pank.
And I know she wants that back. I want it back for her. She should have went ISO. She's one of the top isolation players in the city, and you can tell right now. She should go with that shot.
Hess to inbound. 2.3 left. Jones to Hess. Deep corner J. Short. And we have played 3. Things have tightened up here. 31-28 Cosumnes Oaks. We'll be right back.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Well, just a 5-point third quarter for Cosumnes Oaks, allowing St. Francis to creep back in it with their hard play. 3-point game as we open the fourth quarter. Pank defended by Williams. Drive and a miss. Swooping rebound, Fleming Mullins. Bank shot, Gage, and it's a 1-point game.
Troubies are back in this game because of patience and execution.
31-30. Cosumnes Oaks has led from the outset, and Rosette banks it home sweet. (33-30) after that hoop. We're a minute into the fourth quarter. This is anyone's game, and it's a crucial Delta League matchup. Fleming Mullins traveled for a turnover.
That was an easy travel call. Should land on 2. A lot of those pro hops and power steps, you have to make sure that you land on 2, and she landed on 1, 2, and they're easy call for the travel.
Crow hop. Boy, I haven't heard that one for a while. Here's Rosette to Williams. Now Hess. Swing it. This is Fox. Fire away, Rosette. A miss from straight away. Fleming Mullins rebounds.
And the reason why you see St. Francis back in this game right now is because their effort to the boards is way stronger than the Wolfpack. Wolfpack one and done.
3 ball on the way, a miss by Rivera, but they reload, and there's an inside bucket by Fleming Mullins.
Troubies, second chance opportunities.
Again, they pull within 1. 6-minute mark now. Coming down to who can stay clutch and poised. This is Fox playing with the injured hand, drives it, lays it, misses. Nice effort there by Hess. Turn and fire. A miss. Rebound, Fleming Mullins. Send it ahead to Fleming Mullins. Ripped away, and it's a whistle and a foul.
That was an extremely good pass, straight down the middle to get that to the free throw line.
Coach Brownholtz looking on. Here's another look. Bagatello sending it ahead. Beautiful look.
Started with a good pass. Usually good passes lead to good offense. Didn't say it was going to lead to a made free throw.
That was a little difficult to believe just now. Did I see that correctly?
She shocked herself Will, she got to look at the fans.
Number 2 is on target. 1 out of 2. We got a tie game. Mark it at the 5:40. And there you see a relieved Coach Brownholtz there as we take the time out here. And we can go ahead and tease what we got coming up. And our next hometown sports game of the week telecast is going to be a deluxe girls battle, and it's going to be in the CAL, and it's going to be at the Big House where we like to go so often. Hotel Pavilion will be hosting the rematch of Christian Brothers versus the Sac Dragons at Hotel Pavilion. So that one should be heavily viewed. Let's give you a look at the standings here. We've talked about the competitive Delta League and how meaningful this game is to both squads, especially St. Francis, and there you see it by the numbers.
St. Francis can get right back in the swing of things with this victory tonight. And then Cosumnes Oaks on the other side, they set control of what they want to do. If they want to go out and be outright champions this year, they have to handle business in this tough Delta League.
Well, we got 5:40 to go in this one. And anybody's game.
This is what the Delta League is about. Proud of the Troubies and coach as they've fought to get back in this game. But this is what the Delta League is about. Every year it's a new champion, which means that everybody is getting better every year.
Williams to Fox. Now Hess. Lob inside. McCray. Yes. That worked beautifully.
And right on time, Will.
McCray now with 10 points in the ball game. Up 2 are the Wolfpack.
And you see an adjustment right now out of the timeout. The Wolfpack is now on that three-point line, guarding the Troubies, making sure they don't get wide open shots.
Wow, the layup smothered there by McCray.
McCray palmed that block on the last one, and National wants the ball back.
Fox to Rosette. 4:40 as we near midway. Tapped away and stolen. Turnover. Open J missed by Gage. Who wants the rebound?
Second chance effort, and look who got it.
Bagatello's a miss. Nice rebounding effort there by Williams, who draws a foul.
I understand space, but that was a little bump.
Spin the replay dial.
Good timing on the block. Kids watching, if you want to be a good shot blocker, it's about timing, and McCray did a good job on that last play.
Non-shooting foul. 3 fouls on Cosumnes Oaks, 4 on St. Francis. Fox drives and scores. Beautifully done.
You can tell why she's so special for her team. Timely buckets.
Fleming Mullins defended by Fox. Now Pank.
And now we're identifying the adjustment. Cosumnes Oaks goes into the 2-3 zone so that they can stop the Troubies' three-point shooting.
A miss by Bagatello's. Kite boards it, misses a follow. The rebound tapped out to Hess.
Good adjustment by Coach Roth. Way to read what you need to say and make it happen.
Hess backs in the taller Fleming Mullins. Sends it back out to Williams.
And the help side needs to be strong right now for the Troubies.
Poor pass by Williams as McCray cut to the bucket. Turnover number 16.
You see coaches out of their chairs right now. It's not cool, calm, and collected. And you're going to have to see a gear turn up for the Troubies as they need to turn it up a little bit more right now and score quickly.
Reverse layup missed and tapped out by Fleming Mullins. It'll go to the Wolfpack.
Fleming Munnings has done a really good job of finding the basketball, locating the basketball, getting around the defender, and get some offensive tips to get them second chance opportunities.
And Patrick Roth requests and receives a full timeout here. It comes at the 2:57 mark with his ball club on top by 4 at this juncture.
That was a good timeout by Coach Roth. He has to get his group settled down and focus on what their actual goal is right now. Under 2 minutes, you have a different goal. There's a different goal right now, and so they have to take care of the basketball. They have to be better with their execution. There is so many unforced turnovers on both sides. Both of them have double-digit turnovers, but probably 8 or 9 of them are unforced turnovers, self-inflicted wounds. So you have to take care of the basketball, and for St. Francis, that worked out that they called a timeout because now she can settle her group down, get the defense tight so that they can know once we get a stop, what is our goal when we get the basketball back.
Well, you mentioned the turnovers. St. Francis, unofficially on my card, 15 of them. And for the Wolfpack, 16. So we got 31 collective turnovers out there. That's a ton.
And it's really hard to win when you have turnovers. The great teams try to keep it under 10.
What we have not had is a sloppy game in terms of fouls.
Very clean on that part, Will.
Hess looks to the post. It's McCray. Wheel inside, force up his shot and miss. Good position there for the box out and rebound by Gage. Snap it ahead to Pank. Now Fleming Mullins defended by Fox. 2.5 to go. Time getting tight.
And there has to be an extremely high level of focus so that they can execute all this time that they're using off the clock.
3 on the shot clock. I don't think they beat it. That is a turnover and a shot clock violation. Both clubs now with 16 turnovers.
And that was not a good possession for St. Francis and the Troubies. Their conversation in the timeout, like I was speaking to previously, as you see Coach furious right now, because there has to be a plan after you get the stop. What are we going to do? Either we're going to offense or we're going to defense, but there has to be a plan.
McCray to Hess, turn, look, maneuver, left-handed flip, no good, but a whistle and a foul.
And I like Hess right now, just taking advantage and being smart enough to identify the mismatch. I know you see the skinny, frail body of Hess, but she sees that she has a height advantage or at least a scoring advantage, and now she's posting up and getting to the free throw line.
Well, she dropped that like a stroll in the park. Let's take another look at that play.
And you see right here, it's not about size. It's about taking advantage of the defense. She gets the up fake and goes back with the left.
The foul was on Fleming Mullins, her second. Now a 6-point cushion, a 6-0 unanswered run. Tap away by McCray, nearly a steal. Gage is after it and saves it. Bagatellos, Pank, fires, back rim, no. Rebound taken down by Hess with 1:25 to go.
That was a deep 3 prayer. And now you see the switch. Coach calling up. There has to be an extended pressure. 5-second count. I'm with it, Coach. Bring the defense. Don't foul, but bring the defensive pressure so that they can force the turnover.
Williams drives and kicks. McCray to the bucket and travels on a blast right over Fleming Mullins.
Good call, Coach Heather. Way to see that they need to push up the pressure and then work out to your advantage and getting the charge right there. Good sacrifice by the Troubadours.
McCray has fouled out of the ball game at the 1:05 mark.
Things could get interesting right now. The game is not over.
Crucial possessions every time now. As Coach Brownholtz calls for a timeout with a minute to go.
We're seeing some extremely good coaching right now. Both sides managing the game really well and putting their teams in good positions to be successful.
Well, there you see the sideline on that Wolfpack bench. Well, as we always do at the conclusion of tonight's contest, Lauren Goodman will be interviewing our players of the game, and we're just now breaking out the ballot, and we'll see what we come up with. And I know whatever it is, it's going to be good as we take a look there. Patrick Roth talking to his ball club. On top by 6 with 1 minute left. Referees calling both clubs back onto the floor. So it'll be St. Francis basketball. Corner jumper, Pank, a miss, and Hess rebounds. A bad pass on the outlet, stolen away. Fleming Mullins, hook shot missed, and she clobbers Hess on the rebound. Still non-shooting. This has been an exceptionally close game. Hess to inbound, gets it in to Rosette. Now Hess up the floor, badgered by.
And at this point, Cosumnes Oaks just needs to take her to basketball and sink free throws.
That's the foul that's going to push the bonus. Now Hess will be at the stripe to shoot 1 and 1. She was up there a short time ago and dropped 2 out of 2. With 39 seconds left. She drops that one and gets the bonus. Two out of 2 and 4 out of 4 lately for the outstanding Jasmine Hess. 41-33, 8-point lead. Deep J on the way. Off the glass, no good. Fleming Mullins sneaks inside and draws the foul on Rosette. Pair of free throws upcoming for this outstanding St. Francis Junior, who's getting attention from University Hawaii, Boston University, among others. Misses number 1. Steady, fire, make. 1 out of 2. And a full timeout taken by St. Francis head coach Heather Brown-Holtz at the 25-second mark, with her team trailing it 41-34, coming down the final part of the stretch here in this Delta League battle that was sure to be a squeaker, particularly after the first time around when Cosumnes Oaks narrowly defeated the Troubadours 44-40 at St. Francis, and coming from 8 points down in order to do that. And you see a good look at that Cosumnes Oaks bench and their opponents tonight, the St. Francis Troubadours, who entered play this evening with an overall mark of 9-12, but just 2-4 in the tough Delta League. That's why a victory tonight for them was so very important, but they're in great difficulty of achieving that, trailing here by 7 with 25 seconds left. Both teams back out onto the floor. It'll be Cosumnes Oaks basketball. Jasmine Hess to inbound. Trouble on the inbound. Finally into Rosette. Back to Hess now. 20 seconds. Up the floor, Hess. Pressured there by Fleming Mullins. And Jones is fouled by Pank. So Kendall Jones to the stripe to shoot 1-and-1 for the Wolfpack, and trying to increase on their 7-point cushion, and cannot. Rebound, Hess. She falls down, loses the rock. Call it a turnover. Here comes Fleming Mullins. Take it strong. Kick to the corner. Jasmine Lee misses. Hess rebounds and is fouled by Fleming Mullins on an arm check. So Patrick Roth is going to take home a victory tonight. Not an easy one by any stretch. And part of the saving grace for Cosumnes Oaks this evening is the play of Jasmine Hess, who's at the stripe, and there's a good close-up of the senior leader there, who's had a stellar performance. She bangs down another free throw. She's hit 5 in a row in the fourth quarter. Make it 6. 43-34, another timeout taken. And Heather Brown-Holtz wants to have a final word with her crew, as does Patrick Roth. For senior guard Jasmine Hess, she came into the ball game averaging about 9 points per ball game, but tonight she had 10 in the first half, and since the intermission has added 8 more, doubling her season's average, and doubling her average on a night when Patrick Roth needed it most, particularly with the injury-laden Kaylin Fox not playing at full capacity by any means. Both clubs back onto the floor with 3 seconds left, and it'll be tough Ali Gage to inbound, baseline right, defended by Rosette, stolen by Rosette. And that will put an end to a hard-fought ball game that was sloppy in terms of the number of mistakes being made, but clean in terms of how few fouls were called. And after Cosumnes Oaks was able to jump out to a 24-7 lead in the middle of the second quarter, St. Francis came roaring back to tighten things up, tied the ball game at 33, but couldn't sustain as Cosumnes Oaks played out the string with a nice burst of 10-1 to close out this victory by a final count of 43-34. Stay with us when we return to more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. We'll be visiting with our players of the game and the winning coach when we come back.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary, but I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. You've all been misunderstood. You're not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
The right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The verdict is in, and the decision is final this evening in Elk Grove, where tonight the Cosumnes Oaks Wolfpack jump out big and then have to hold on and then close out an important Delta League victory over visiting St. Francis by a final score of 43-34. This game had some twists and turns in it. It was a pretty clean game, though riddled with mistakes throughout. In the end, however, too much Cosumnes Oaks defense and just enough offense. We have selected our players of the game, and I think we've designated 2 outstanding student athletes here for St. Francis. The outstanding wing, junior wing, Mia Fleming Mullins, and for host Cosumnes Oaks, veteran senior guard Jasmine Hess. Lauren Goodman is standing by with our players of the game. Lauren?
Well, I'm here with 2 outstanding young ladies on the court and off. And for St. Francis, Mia, coming into tonight, you scored well around the rim. What have you been working on individually to help you get better in that area?
I think I've just been doing a lot of post work with my trainer and stuff and just putting in the work every single day, which has really showed on the court with my post game.
Now, you had a lot of positive energy in there, smiles and high fives. Yeah. How has that positive energy helped your team spirit overall in this season?
Well, I think we just went down in the beginning, and the positive energy really brings your teammates up and can bring you back in the game, and I think that's what it did. It brought us back in the game in the 3rd and 4th quarter. So I think that is a big help, getting your teammates fired up and ready to play.
Now you guys are going into the second end, right there in the cusp to make the playoffs. What did you learn from tonight that your team can grow on?
I really think we need to come out in the 1st and 2nd quarter more instead of going down by a lot in the 1st, and then just keep on going from there and keep playing well throughout the game.
Well, thank you so much on your outstanding play. Good luck on the rest of the season, Mia. Now for Cosumnes Oaks, I'm here with veteran guard Jasmine Hess. Jasmine, you guys played a tough game down in their place. What did you learn in that game that helped you be outstanding tonight?
Getting my teammates open, being more aggressive, and looking for my shot more in this game gave us the win tonight.
Now you guys are in the new Delta, and you guys are undefeated right now in Delta. How much has your team worked towards that goal and put into kind of finishing the season out undefeated?
Well, our goal right now is going undefeated in league, but we kind of practice hard. We go hard against each other, and we prepare for the next game.
Now, CO's historically been really good as a basketball team, and you've been here now for 4 years. What are your goals as you guys are going to end this out and start going towards the playoffs? What are your goals for your team?
Go undefeated in league, of course, and go as far as we can in playoffs, semifinals. I want to take it far this year.
Now, we know that the Delta League is very difficult. What is the biggest adjustment you've had to make this year that you've different from what you've done the previous 3 years?
Tough question.
Any improvements from last year? What do you think your game has gotten better at?
Scoring-wise, I've looked for my shot more. I wasn't as much as an offensive player last year, more of a defensive player. But now, not only am I looking for my shot, but I'm getting my teammates open. I'm getting more rebounds. I'm just making a bigger impact on the game.
Well, we can tell for sure you scored lights out tonight, Jasmine. Thank you so much, and good luck on the rest of the season. Now I have the new Cosumnes Oaks coach. Not so new, but new to the girls' side. Yeah. Coach, you guys had a tough win. Talk to me about that stretch in the 4th quarter as they started making their run.
Give hats off for St. Francis. You know, they're a team. They have like one of the strongest strength schedules in the section, I think, if I remember right. And so they're battle tested. We knew that they were going to make a run. We were a little disappointed in our offensive effort. We definitely struggled offensively, and then that led to some breakdowns defensively. But I like how we regrouped. We recovered. I remember it was about 5-something in the game, and I looked over. Hey, it's a tie game. This is what we do, and because this wasn't something we're not used to. And the girls went out and they won the game.
Coach, now everybody and myself is wondering, what is the biggest adjustment from going from the boys' side to now coaching girls?
Well, the girls want to be coached. First of all, they really want to get better, and they embrace it, and they just thrive for that. Any attention that you can give them and help them to get better, and I really appreciate that about them and this team especially. You know, some of the other things too is that I'm learning as well. Making a few adjustments that, you know, I need to learn how to temper myself a little bit more. I can say at times I haven't done a good job at that, but I'm learning as well. And so I think coaching them, I'm learning as much from them as they are probably from me and my coaching staff.
Coach, now coming into this, you kind of had a lot of veteran players that, like Jasmine, who are leading the way. How has that veteran leadership helped you kind of adjust into this new position?
Oh, it's been great, and it's kind of nice because I'm able to, you know, especially with Jasmine and Jordan, you know, those two are definitely players that played last year. Jasmine, you know, we challenged her to start getting rebounds, and she have 11 rebounds tonight. Yeah, and she's been loving it. You know, she's the type of kid that she comes over and she wants to know stats, but she doesn't care about points. She's like, Coach, how many rebounds did I get? Coach, how many turnovers did I get? Because she's really concerned about doing the right thing. Same thing with Jordan. She's all about doing whatever it takes for the team, and that's kind of leading off and leaning on to the other players. And you can see the success. You know, there was a couple trips here down that with Kaylani, who played on the team last year, and she became a starter eventually as the season went on. And I don't know if you noticed, we did a little isolation for her, and she just went right to the rack. Those are things that, you know, kids that have played a little bit, they get, and they understand what it takes to win, and I think that's why we win all these close games that we've had, because I have a core that knows how to win.
Coach, you guys are in a very comfortable position right now, undefeated in top of one of the toughest leagues in the city. Right. How do you keep your team focused, and then how do you get them prepared for playoffs?
Well, we're talking about just what's in front of us. We haven't won anything yet, right? We could go and lose the next 4 games, and that would be just horrible. And even tonight, we were talking about before the game started tonight that this is a huge game. You know, every game is huge right now, and so we have to turn around now, play at Elk Grove on Friday night, and that's going to be another battle. We only got them by 2 here, so you know that's what you love. That's why we're in this league. It's because every night is a battle. You don't have a night off, and it's just going to make us better in the long run.
Well, Coach, it seems like you're handling business in this new role. Good luck on the rest of the season and in the playoffs.
Well, thank you.
Will.
Thank you, Lauren. Certainly some astute remarks from Coach Roth, and he well knows how perilous the path is throughout the Delta League and how fortunate he was to emerge victorious in tonight's game, and just now alluded to a tough 2-point win over Elk Grove on this court. Now, in a few days' time, he has to go play the Thundering Herd at their place with his unbeaten string on the line. So no easy touches in the Delta League, but at the same time, on the upside, it's great preparation for playoff intensity, having played in such a tough conference, Lauren.
This conference prepares anybody for it, and this is what we talked about before. Every year in the Delta, since this new Delta has emerged, there's been a different leader. There's been a different winner. There's been a different champion, and that shows you how competitive the league is, as well as getting multiple teams into the playoffs. 4, 5 teams from one league is very impressive.
Well, tonight's ball game, though a loss for visiting St. Francis, and a loss that is definitely going to be a major hindrance in their perceived playoff hopes. Certainly a builder of future competition for these young ladies who will have to extract the better parts of tonight's performance and carry it on for the rest of the season.
There was a lot of building moments tonight for St. Francis. They can't keep their heads down at all. I think their effort was there, and I got to talk to Steve before. This young group is just learning. There's a new coach. I don't think there's a time where I've ever known Vic to not be the coach, Victor Pitton, and he had a tremendous season, tremendous years there, amazing work and caliber of resume, but they're learning. They're a new team, and there's a new big dog at the helm. And so now those are the type of bumps and adjustments. A lot of people assume that just because you get a good program, you're supposed to come into the program and immediately win. That's not how it works. There's a process to this, and St. Francis is in a good place, in a good league, where they're going to grow and be better. Watch.
Good place, good lead, and the fact is we'll be seeing St. Francis down the road just a very short distance when we cover their ball game against Davis High School on February 7th. So we'll see what Heather Brown-Holtz's ball club takes from this ball game, despite it being a setback, and brings out onto the floor at Golden One on February 7th. But for Patrick Roth and the Delta League undefeated Wolfpack, he mentioned their trip on Friday to Elk Grove. He has to circle the wagons again. That's hostile territory.
There's no room for breathing in the Delta League as a coach. If you're a coach in the Delta League, much respect to you. Been there, done that, because I understand you have to literally plan by day. There cannot be forward thinking. There is no guaranteed wins when it comes down to the Delta, because anybody can beat you on any given night. And they're going to play a tough Elk Grove team in Elk Grove. So it's going to be a battle for them, but Coach Roth seems like he has this team in a good position. They're executing very well, and they're playing on high cylinders. Jasmine Hess, our player of the game, I've known her and been able to play and coach against her for the last 3 years now, and she has grown as a player. As you can see, she talked about it, and Coach is relying on her a lot. So you see he's doing a lot of positive things on this new change, and it's really working to their advantage for Cosumnes Oaks.
And for Coach Roth, certainly he'll feel a lot better when his ace guard, Fox, who did play tonight, but you could see that the injured hand was a hindrance. It was by far, from her full capability. She'll be coming along. And on the flip side of that, for Coach Brown-Holtz, she was without star guard Megan Austin, who is their defensive stopper and a real solid veteran and continuity player. So she's coming off a sprained ankle, and we'll likely see her on February 7th. But tonight, Cosumnes Oaks jumps out big, then has to hold on in order to secure victory. And a quick look at the individual scoring in tonight's game. First, for visiting St. Francis, 12 points to lead the way was player of the game, Mia Fleming-Mullins. Not much more to go around. 7 points for Lauren Pank, half a dozen for Bagatellos, 4 off the bench for Mackenzie Lee, a 3-ball for Nicole Rivera, and 2 points for Ali Gage. On the night, the Troubadours 8 of 10 from the foul line. And for Cosumnes Oaks, 18 points for player of the game, Jasmine Hess, and a perfect 6 for 6 free throws in the fourth quarter to ice that win. 10 points for hardworking Raynette McCrae, and Jordan Rosette, 6, 5 for Fox, and 4 for point guard Sanaya Williams. On the night, 7 of 9 from the foul line for the Wolfpack. Another quick reminder, next time up for the Hometown Sports Game of the Week, back to Hotel Pavilion at Sacramento High School, where the Lady Dragons will circle their own wagons and brace for the invasion of the Christian Brothers Falcons. But tonight it plays out as a 43-34 victory for Cosumnes Oaks as they stop St. Francis in a Delta League battle. Special thanks from the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew. We thank the Cosumnes Oaks administration, particularly Athletic Director George Smith, for the broadcast arrangements provided here. And the Hometown Sports Game of the Week is a special sports presentation of Access Sacramento in association with Play-by-Play Sports Productions. For Lauren Goodman and the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew, I'm Will James. We thank you so much for joining us, and as always, we'll look forward to the next occasion when we can cross your path. So long, everyone.
Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.